Hello YouTube, this is AlphaPenguinSoldier, and today I have a Cyber Angel deck profile. I had it sent to me by my buddy Ace. He also goes by Pendulum Mystic on his YouTube channel. He saw me open that Dimensional Guardian box, and I didn't really know what Cyber Angels do. And he's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to send you something. And he sent me the whole deck for Cyber Angels, so this is what I'm going to be profiling today. This will be the first version. I've worked out a different version online, well, kind of a more updated and modified to work out a lot better, but I do want to cover this version of it because this is what he sent me. I did throw in a couple different cards in for the extra deck just for some option, but I will definitely update this and get that out once I get those cards. It's only a couple cards, but anyway guys, we'll get into it. So for the monster lineup, we have Rash, Dakini, 2 Identen, 3 Betten. Sorry guys, I'm still working on getting everything centered. And 3 Herald of Perfection. So I guess like all the Cyber Angel builds run the Herald of Perfection because you have Identen and Betten, who are both level 6 just like Herald, so it's easy to get Herald out and just sit on him. We'll go over their effects. So Vrash is a high level, I think level 10. You can do it with any Machine Angel ritual card. Sorry guys, camera doesn't want to focus in on it. If it's a ritual summon, you can destroy as many face-up monsters your opponent controls as possible that were special summoned from the extra deck. If you do, inflict 1,000 for each. That's always really helpful. There's a lot of extra deck summoning nowadays. You know how it goes. And then if you do that, you can make a second attack during each of your battle phases this turn. Once per turn, during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that would destroy a card on the field, you can shuffle 1 ritual monster from your graveyard to your deck, negate the activation if you do destroy it. This is just kind of an option just to be in the deck, I think, as far as I could figure out. It's kind of nice. Dakini, when it's ritual summoned, you can make your opponent send 1 monster they control to the graveyard. It's their choice. If a ritual monster you control attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing. Then once per turn during the end phase, you can add either 1 ritual or a Machine Angel ritual card from your graveyard to your hand. It helps recycle for like Herald plays. The 2 Identen, if it's ritual summoned, add a ritual spell card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Also recycling, or just searching. Really kind of depends. And then if it's tributed if this card is tributed, you can make all ritual monsters you control gain 1,000 attack. It's always helpful, especially for like Herald. We have Benton, which if it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the monster's original defense, which is always kind of nice. And it can get boosted by like Identen, which is always nice because it goes up to 28. And then if it's tributed, you get to search out a light fairy type monster from your deck to your hand, which is more search. It's always nice. And then 3 Herald. During either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell card, trap card, or monster effect, you can send a fairy from your hand to the graveyard and negate the activation if you do destroy it. So basically, you just get a bunch of stuff to your hand and just sit on him and maybe get one of these guys out. It depends. There's a lot of different situations you can go into. That's it for the ritual lineup, and that's explained. For the main deck, we have 3 Chair, 3 Scepter, which is always really nice. Sorry guys, we'll get this off to the side. 3 and 3 would focus. Usually like the optimal play with these is you'll have like 1 and 1. You'll summon I believe he chains. I don't remember. I just know summon, you'll get a search Usually you'll get him to hand. He'll go off. I think it's summon this, draw, search. Once he gets to hand, because he came out, you get to special summon him and get another draw. I think that's how it works. If it's not, I just know it's scepter, chair, search, chair, you know, get draws. You guys can correct me or tell me how it works. I just know you get a lot of pluses off of these guys. You also go into your extra deck, Deltros, so you can summon, pop, draw, and then detach and get an extra pop. So these guys are super useful. 3 honest, because honest. There's 1 Christia in here. Oops, sorry guys. We have 3 Manju, 2 Summoner Monk. So Manju is kind of self-explanatory. It just searches out anything, any of your ritual spells or ritual monsters. Summoner Monk is in there just to get out like a level 4. You could get Honest, you could get one of the Star Seraphs. It just kind of depends. You have a lot of spells. Sometimes you end up having dead spells, which I found with his build, this build that he sent, which is all good and fine. I will probably end up taking him out, I believe. So Christie is in there as an option. They're all fairies. Just a nice little option to go into sometimes because you cannot special summon when he's on the field. Alrighty, so we're going on to the spells. What he sent was 3 pre-prep and 1 prep. I will most likely bump the prep up to 2 since it's at 2. Pre-prep, if you don't know, you add a ritual spell from your deck to your hand and add the ritual monster from your deck or graveyard who's listed on the ritual card. It's a hard once per turn. So basically you'll search out the ritual card for Herald, because that's the only card you can really get with this build. And then prep is just another search card. It adds a level 7 or lower ritual monster from deck to hand, and then you can add a ritual spell from a graveyard to your hand, which is sometimes pretty helpful. Let's see, we have 3 Ritual Sanctuary, which lets you discard a card, add a light ritual monster, or ritual spell from your deck to your hand. And then also, you can shuffle any number of spells from your graveyard into your deck, and then target 1 light fairy monster in your graveyard whose level is equal to the number of cards shuffled in the deck. Special summon it. You can only use each effective ritual. It's once again hard once per turn. It's pretty common. Pretty common to make sure things don't get broken. So it helps you recycle some of your stuff, which is also really helpful. Field spell, so usually used to the discard. Sometimes, occasionally I'll go into the shuffle just to get out like Honest to get it back to my hand. Let's see, there's 2 ritual weapons. Those were a tech choice of his. I talked to him about it. I was like, this is kind of interesting. Equip it to a level 6 or lower, which most of them are level 6 or lower. Just gives them a 1500 attack and defense boost, which is always nice since their attacks aren't always the highest. Usually I end up pitching it for something else off of Ritual Sanctuary. We have 2 Twin Twister just for spot removal, discard, all that good stuff. It's not hard to recycle your stuff like I've figured out. We have 3 Machine Angel Ritual. You can use it to ritual summon any Cyber Angel card. And then the tribute from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed the ritual monster's level. And if a light monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect while it's in the graveyard, you can banish that card instead. It's really helpful. It protects your stuff. It's really nice to have the whole exceed thing. So you can just get a couple... Oh, sorry, guys. You can tribute a couple cards and get a couple different effects off if you really want to. And then... I didn't realize what this card did until I actually read over it. I just knew it got out Herald, but... After I read it, it says... you basically use it for Herald of Perfection. And you must tribute from your hand or field whose levels equal exactly 6, which is helpful with the 2 other Cyber Angels. And And when it's ritual summoned, you can banish this card from the graveyard, target one of the monsters that was tributed for the ritual summon, and return that to your hand, which is always helpful. I'll explain this a little more. And last card, Solemn Warning, it was just in there just cause. So I mean, there's that. And then the extra deck has Deltros, Tsukiyomi, Fairy Knight, just as kind of like an option. Probably won't ever go into that. Photon Strike Bouncer is sometimes a nice option, and then Evil Swarm Ouroboros, just another option, you know. That's what he sent. Actually, I think I threw in these two, just cause. But like I was saying, especially with the Dawn of the Herald, typically like one of the better plays you can get off in the deck is like Dawn, tribute that from your hand, get out Herald, and then you can banish this, get this back to your hand, and because it was tributed, you get to add a light fairy to your hand, and then you'll usually, like, you could grab Honest if you want, just so you have some protection, or you can grab one of these so in case you have like the two in your hand and you want to, or one of them, and you just kind of want to go off, or just adding any of the other ones to your hand. It's just nice to get extra fodder and then just kind of sit on him and then, you know, pitch him to negate stuff. It's always nice to get that search. And then for the Machine Angel ritual, sometimes it's nice to be able to exceed the amount. So say you have Dakini and like Benton and Identon, activate it, hit those two, get that out, and then you get the search, and then you get the boosting up to 3700, which is always nice. There's quite a few neat plays in this build. I just kind of gave an example of a few that I liked. But no, it's a really cool deck. I think it would do really good at locals, especially after I update it. I know I'm going to be putting Saphira, and then I'm going to be putting in the Ancient and Ascended. He's really cool. I didn't know about him. But it'll be a really cool deck once I update it. I really want to thank him for sending me this deck. It's a really cool deck. It's really fun. I played it against him online, and it definitely worked out. It's pretty funny. So definitely, I probably should have said this at the beginning of the video. Check out Pendulum Mystic, his channel. He's ace, you know. That's what he goes by. Definitely check out his channel. He's going to be putting out some awesome content. He's a really good friend. So definitely check him out. I'll put a link in the description for him. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. I will update it. So please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. That's always helpful so you can get all my updates, my profiles, mail videos, you know, pack openings, all that good stuff. Anyway, guys, don't forget to stay casual, and this is AlphaPenguinSoldier signing out.